Here's a guy, Mr. Torrance again. Torrance, I'm 32, and when I was a kid, we used to slip the porn magazine into a newspaper and then buy the paper, then take it to the woods and hide it in the rocks in some plastic bags.
What a brilliant idea.
God, it's become so easy for the kids to jack off these days.
What a brilliant idea. The fucking porn in the news. All I ever did when I was a kid is my friend Scott, he had a fucking cat box full of cat shit, so I would get drunk and then take the daily paper and put all the cat shit in it and then put it back on the table so when his father opened the paper, cat shit fell on him. What a great gag.
What a scumbag you were.
Yeah, he's now back home after a hard day of work and open it, and 6 or 7 little cat turds would fucking fall over him.
What a douchebag.
I would get drunk. We'd always get drunk in his house, and I would just urinate all over his faucets. I was like big. I remember being drunk in his bathroom. I remember being drunk in his bathroom, and I'm pissing all over the mirror and his fucking faucet handles and all over the floor.
Why?
I don't know. It just made me laugh to do so.
Why would you do that? Oh, is that funny?
We might have lost
great
your
about
mic,
pissing
Jimmy.
in a sink, man.
We lost your mic when you were moving around.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what you did.
It's probably the connection. There you go. Just smack it a couple times. Why would it work?
Perfect.
Now it's making a hissing
really
noise.
Good. No, that one's good now.
No, that one stinks. It's broken. It's busted.
Well, there's a whole thing up here.
Yeah,
how's that, fan? Is that on? Am I on the radio?
Yes, you're on the radio.
Oh, I like this one better. It makes me feel like an old-time broadcaster.
You were a real fucked up drunk.
I was a naughty boy.
Wow, to just go start pissing on people's fucking faucets.
But I mean really pissing on it.
Not just a quick throw.
No.
Did you use the toilet at all during that session?
I wouldn't have noticed it if there was there could have been a fucking flowers coming out of it for all I knew.
Wow.
No, why even open the fucking lid? Certainly not.
God, that is funny. That is really funny.
And then me and Tom Naylor would fucking get dog shit, like big wet pieces of dog shit, and put them in Glad baggies, and then throw them down the library book return slot.
Some poor old lady just
yeah. Oh yeah. And we threw shit without baggies too, but I mean we had to carry it for a while.
She's just volunteering her stupid time. She has to deal with your shenanigans.
People's books sliding down into the shit.
She's just trying to shush people.
Yeah, that's all.
And the shitty books.
Oh, we were awful at shit.
Oh.
All right.
Wow, that is really funny.
Cat shit in the newspaper rules, though. I suggest it to anyone. Because this cat shit stinks so bad, and you know there's going to be a couple of pellets of fucking litter in it.
And then he just picks it up and it falls in his...
Do you know how surreal that is when you come home after a long day's work and you want to just read the paper, and the next thing you know there's animal shit in your lap? You know how bad that cat must have got hit? He probably thought the cat did it. Snuck over there, opened the paper and shit and closed it. And then refolded it properly.
Oh, is that great? Wow, are you a fucking degenerate? I love it.
I was garbage.
Oh, God.
Nothing was better than that.
No.
No. Shit in people's mailboxes. Who would do that?
You were big on the shit thing. That's...
Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I mean ever. When I was 6 or 7, and my friend Mark Rosenberg, we were sitting there in the fucking grass.
I love how he uses the real names.
Yeah,
it just makes the stories that much better.
Mark leaned back and he put his hand. You've never seen a more fucking butterscotch pile of fucking wet dog shit. It was as fresh. I'm surprised the dog wasn't actually walking away when he did it. He put his hand, he leaned back for a casual chat in the grass and stuck his hand in this pile of shit. And it's the funniest thing. I've never seen anything funnier. That was 32 years ago. And nothing has come close.
Were you just doubled over crying laughing?
It was incomprehensibly funny. Like, as a child, I didn't realize that anything could make you feel that kind of emotion. And that's all it took. And women think they understand what funny is. That's what funny is.
Hey,
damn, that is good.
Andrea Pizer.
Oh, I guess she never called.
Do we have an update? Are we trying to get Andrea Pizer on the... Dan? Steve? Can't get her on the phone from the New York Post? Oh. Hey, story of the day. It's time for story of the day.
And remind me to tell you the stories of when we would drive by with cups and throw urine on people in New Brunswick. That was our favorite activity. We would drive around, me and my friend Luch. He was like 35 and he hung out with the teenagers.
Oh, creepy guy.
Yeah, he drove a fucking Volkswagen Bug and we would drink and I would piss into cups, and we would just drive through New Brunswick and throw it on people. And I would leave the little... Oh, we got some good ones. And I fucking had a plastic cup with a plastic lid on it. And I'll never forget there was a couple walking. And I fucking threw it, and the arc was beautiful. And the guy put his arm up to block it. And it hit his arm. And
exploded.
Piss went all over him and his girl.
Oh, would I be so fucking
Oh, he had to be steamed. We would drive around with eggs and egg people all the time. I got a guy in New Brunswick.
He probably remembers that.
Yeah.
That guy probably fucking
remembers being hit, putting his arm up, and having just slow motion, having his cup hit him.
And he's probably, if he's listening, he's probably told himself for the last 25 years it was beer. No.
No, it wasn't.
I told you, I told you guys that my friend fucking Stanley and Mike. Stanley was the bodybuilder. We were 13 playing asteroids, and Mike was 13. And so Stanley wasn't gay. He was just a fucking not a smart guy. He was a martial artist. Me, him, and Mike would just drive around in his rickety old truck, and they would show up with margarine dishes full of motor oil. And we would just go to people's open car windows and, like, throw the fucking motor oil all over the inside of their car on their console.
Oh, you fucking scumbag.
And I remember one time Stan ate some Chinese food and Mike had the hot mustard, and we saw some pretty girl, and Mike went, "Hey, whore, have some mustard." And he threw it at her, and she waved, and then she waved the mustard at her. Oh.
Hey, whore.
Hey, whore. He was a sociopath. Because I remember we were...
Oh, shit. You all were.
We were driving. It was like 100 degrees out. We saw this guy hitchhiking backwards with no shirt. And fucking Mike goes, "Hey, Stanley, let's drain the engine oil and drive back and throw some hot oil on him." He wanted to drain oil out of the hot engine and throw it on a guy's bare chest while he was hitchhiking. And he meant it. Let's go throw hot oil on him, Stanley.
1353? Dude, what's the hot oil?
We found one time the Holy Grail. We were in a parking lot, and we found a half a dish of melted chocolate ice cream, and there was an open car window with one of those fur seat backs. Oh, we smushed it all over the seat back. We drove by 5 minutes later, and there was an elderly couple. They had to be in their 70s, and they were outside the car, and she's wiping chocolate off the guy's back. He must have been so hot under the collar. He sat down and got fucking chocolate all over his old back. Oh, it was perfect. Oh, that was a good one.
all over his old back.
Oh, I'll never forget him standing there and her behind him just wiping at his back.
Oh, you a fuck. Norton was a fucking
minute. Hey, Stanley, let's go back and throw hot oil on him.
Let's get a Paul in Nashville. Paul.
Fucking menace. He's a menace.
Paul.
Fucking laugh. My stomach hurts.
Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
One of the best places to take a crap to piss someone off is to get up on the green at a golf course. Sit there and fill the hole full of shit, because you know that first golfer taps in, reaches in, grabs his ball, and gets a handful of shit.
That's a good one.
That's also the answer.
Yeah.
Damn good one.
That's a damn good one, is right.
Hey, Stan.
Oh, that guy I'll never forget the guy on the shoulder, backwards hitchhiking with no shirt.
You know what is also a good one with the old person and his wife wiping his back off? How long did it take for him to sit there until he realized his back was in something?
It couldn't have been long, because it was fur and we coated it with melted chocolate ice cream. You understand? It was the Holy Grail of fun. It was hot. It was summer. Wide open window. His mistake.
I wish there wasn't a statute of limitations. Fucking arrest this idiot.
Fuck. That was a good one.
What a creep.
Yeah. That wasn't even the... shit.
Yeah.
He was going to say that wasn't even the beginning.
No, we wrote...
Then we killed them. Both of them.
They had the pickup truck one time, and they had a couch, a giant old sofa on it. So we set the sofa on fire and pushed it off the truck onto the highway. We were hoping a car would hit it.
There's people in jail right now for 6 of the things he's talking about.
Did you ever think of consequences?
No, we were 13, man. No.
Yeah, but I mean,
Stanley should have. He was 25.
Holy shit.
Stanley, I don't know what Stanley was doing.
I know, we had an old Volkswagen Bug in the back of a pickup truck once, and took it down the road about 60, 70 miles an hour, and held onto the back of the bed, and kicked this thing out. And just watched it, like, chasing the car as it was rolling. And it was so good. And we were going to do that and then just leave. But nothing happened. Like, there weren't any cops. There wasn't an explosion. People didn't come out or anyway. So we backed up, lifted it back into the truck so we could do it again. It was so amazing looking to watch this thing just roll.
I remember one time, me and my friend Marvin, he was a Puerto Rican Jew, Marvin Schnoll, he was a good friend of mine. We were hitchhiking, trick-or-treating. And one guy, we knocked on his door, and he didn't have any. I don't have no candy.
No.
Poor fuck. So Marvin took his gum out and put it over the guy's peephole at his door. So we're out in the yard. 5 seconds later, the older man runs out and grabs Marvin and puts him in a headlock and starts punching the top of his head. And I just stood there in my Halloween costume and watched.
What were you dressed as?
I don't remember, Darth Vader or something. I just watched Marvin.
Real evil Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Just watching your friend get pummeled.
Yeah, well, I held a fucking bag full of pennies and Milky Ways.
Oh, is that fucking funny?
No, I remember what we was talking about. What was the thing you were talking about with the embarrassing stories? Remember that shit? What's the thing in school? You ever remember something that's so embarrassing to this day when you think about it, you go, ooh.
We were talking about I guess the douche chill would be the way we describe it now. We had a talk one night about those moments. They're not embarrassing like, yeah, I farted and this chick smelled it. Not exposure type embarrassing. Things where, like, wow, who I am is just garbage.
Yeah.
Like, humiliating little moments. Ugh. And for me, one of them, it's not even that, it's awful.
Do you understand? Like, one of them, and you just think back and go, oh.
Yeah.
I was in class. And there was a whole class full of people. It was dead silent. And this guy walked by the outside of the classroom door, and I think a sophomore or freshman high school. And there's seniors in the class. It was a math class. And the guy walked by the outside door, and he was singing. And the song he was singing had the beat of da 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 da. It might have been a Christmas song, but the guy was singing bop 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 bop. And I wanted to say, "Shut the fuck up," which would have probably gotten a big laugh.
Yeah.
But I bailed out and I went, "Shut up." Silence. The class was silent.
Oh, you bombed.
It was horrible how unfunny it was. It was crawl out of your skin embarrassing. It was completely humiliating.
Yeah.
He had a much better one. His was really awful. Shut up.
Shut up.
They're gonna get a trick.
The fuck up would have worked.
I would have killed in a class to hear. I would have gotten booted.
Yeah, but
that would have got a 9.
You'd have gained like that legendary status too.
Another bad time for me was, and he couldn't believe that I bombed here, but I bombed in a movie theater during Revenge of the Nerds. Horribly. Some guy was yelling stuff and getting big laughs. And I chimed in and yelled out a couple of things, and neither one of them got a 1 even. And my friend, the last one, I forget what one of them was, but I remember one of them, there was a massage going on, and I yelled, "That's cum he's rubbing into your back." Oh, my God. Oh, that was awful. Oh, the worst part was I yelled that out, and it got such a 0, and my friend Bill was sitting next to me, and he went, "Shut up, Jim." I embarrassed my 13, 14-year-old friends.